It's already been passed. It's the law.
That's right.
How can these guys defy the law? The law is passed. Both houses passed it.
Do you think they're afraid it's going to work?
The Supreme Court said okay.
Yeah, the
And there was a
president signed it, and the
presidential election on
Supreme
it.
Court said it's fine.
Do you think they're afraid of it working?
Yes. And the thing they need to remember, this is Obama's legacy. So if it's so bad, why don't they hang him with it?
You don't think there's a contingent of Republicans who fundamentally believe that Obamacare is a moral hazard that will bankrupt the country? You don't believe that there's any authenticity anywhere?
I think these wars will bankrupt the country
That's
a whole
another
lot
question.
more than Obamacare
It's a fair
will.
point, but it's another question.
And I bet you they would all vote to go to war, wouldn't they? Iraq, they had no problem.
That every Republican who opposes Obamacare does so simply because it has the president's name on it and because they actually think it will work.
I actually think that there are probably a few people worried about the deficit. I think on the Republican Party, there is such a hatred of Barack Obama that, in fact, they are motivated more by hate than what's good for this country.
Do you think that that's a productive thing to say, though? I mean, let's talk about rhetoric. We have Democrats calling Tea Partiers anarchists and jihadists. Harry Reid actually apologized today for the lack of civility. What good does that kind of rhetoric do when we're all trying to get to a place of compromise and agreement?
Because it's the truth. I've never been in a scene before in politics where there was a whole crew of people on the Republican side, or any side, who denied that the President of the United States was an American citizen. You got to call this what it is. This is hate. It's anti-immigrant. They're anti-gay. They're anti-secularist, and I don't think we can give in.
Well, let me just show you as just a point of evidence here. I am a Republican who is an atheist, who is pro-gay rights, pro-gay marriage.
Sure.
There are plenty like me.
There are
plenty like me. And it's incredibly irresponsible for you to paint an entire party, and in fact more than half the country, with that kind of brush.
They're doing that themselves. I'm not painting that way.
They, writ large, are not. I will grant you that there have been some bad messengers in the party.
Have you had Ted Cruz on this program?
I don't think we have had.
Well, anybody who ever had Ted Cruz on there is essentially advertising that as the spokesperson for the Republican Party. Now, if the Republicans want to say it's not so, let them have the spine to stand up to that. I haven't seen any of that.
Republicans like me stand up to that all the time. There are plenty of Republicans.
I can't figure out how you're a Republican
who are rational.
After you just said.
Well, I am.
I would think they would alienate
There are
plenty
of fiscal conservatives who are strong on national security. I happen to be pro-life, who are not the radical anti-everyone that you paint them as.
I used to get 35% of all the Republican vote when I was running for office because I was pro-business. This is not the same Republican Party that my father was.
But these are Republicans that were elected to do exactly what they're doing. These are Republicans whose constituents don't like Obamacare. What would you have them do? Break promises?
At the same time, they don't want to shut down the government over Obamacare. That's the problem. They may not like Obamacare, but the American people do not want the government to shut down over it. Get over this. It's the law of the land.
A lot of things are the law of the land, and thank God we continued to fight over them.
As the independent here, I'm fiscally conservative and I'm socially liberal. That's why I can't fit into either party.
Well, and that's fine.
Socially liberal, too.
Okay, we've all laid out our
You're not a real Democrat that we're
I think we've all just decided to start our own party.
But wait, we can't let either of you go yet.
Governor, you should be lining up with me then, not with the Democrats.
Wait, quickly, yes or no? Are you running for president in 2016?
No.
Are you?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.